Exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Nascent iodine is on record as one of the only safe ways to detox from fluoride poisoning. Survival Shield Nascent Iodine. Secure your super high-quality Nascent iodine today at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
I tell you, I have marveled at Ted Cruz and how he's been hardcore, telling it like it is when faced with real tyranny. And I've been pointing out that Ted Cruz will become the leader of the Republican Party if the neocons aren't able to block him, if he continues with the hardcore rhetoric, which is based on what's actually happening. When you're faced with total tyranny and just absolute power grabbing, you have to counter it with what it is. Not be like, well, that sounds a little extreme to say Obama's trying to become a dictator or stage Benghazi to ship weapons to al-Qaeda or stage Fast and Furious or sold out the country to China. But now, this is coming up in the next segment, Rand Paul has demanded Democrats return money raised by, quote, sexual predator Bill Clinton. That's how you take these criminals down, is you get hardcore. And we have the video of Rand Paul saying that. I love it. We're going to have an arms race now of who can turn the rhetoric up. And notice the social engineers and the gatekeepers and the people that try to tell you how to think and what to do at MSNBC and CNN are always, it's discrediting to turn the rhetoric up. It's discrediting to be mean. It's discrediting to, use all these volatile terms while they use, you're a Klan member if you own a gun, and if you don't like Obamacare, it's because you hate black people. I mean, that's over-the-top, hardcore rhetoric based in lies. But Bill Clinton settled cases. If you followed this back in 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, like I did, on radio every day, where he would literally just rape women on a routine basis, break their jaws, beat the living daylights out of them. And he would settle the lawsuits. I'm not going to get into what he did to the women, but it included biting bloody chunks out of them. I mean, we're talking hardcore Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer type behavior, okay? And then if people spoke out about it, he'd have their arms broken. I'm telling you, though, I hope they don't blow up Rand Paul's airplane and when he's flying or something, because here's the issue. If we get everybody talking like this, they can't kill us all. That's why I love to get other talk show hosts on. I don't want to walk point in this thing. It's not because I don't even want to die. I want to win. We win by getting everybody telling the truth, everybody going public. The story is up on DrudgeReport.com, the place that broke the original Monica Lewinsky story that opened up all the sexual garbage. By the way, the word is, and I'm going to talk about this later, I've never met Jay Leno, but I know a lot of folks that know Jay Leno have been on his show. And they've told me Jay Leno brings up, hey, Alex Jones, you like him? I like his show. And then about a year ago, we got contacted by the Jay Leno people, one of their main producers. They said, well, Jay wants to get you on. He listens to the show every day. And we listen all the time and get a lot of material from the show. And I said, really? And they said, oh, you'd be surprised. But then later they said, no, it's too political. They won't let him. Well, that's the article out today, Infowars.com. Was Jay Leno canned by NBC for criticizing Obama? And he would make jokes that were just, completely obvious that, that, hey, there really is a big bro in Washington, and he really does listen through the NSA to you. And jokes like that. And, hey, he said you could keep your doctor, but now you can't keep it, but he never said you couldn't keep it, even though he said you could keep it. That's good comic material. And Jon Stewart's done it some, but his brother's the head of the New York Stock Exchange, and he's really kind of a made man. And everybody's turned against Obama, so he does a little bit of it, but he kind of makes it a joke. Jay Leno, here's the deal in Hollywood. If you're libertarian or conservative, you're gone. And they don't let you do it. See, Stewart's a liberal, so he's then allowed to attack Obama just because Obama's so unpopular. They're deserting the sinking ship. But Jay Leno is a libertarian, is a listener of the show. And I'm not saying that's the reason he's fired, but that just gives you an example of why they don't like him. Jay Leno's a really good guy from folks I know that know him. We'll be right back. Introducing Pro One. All of your filtration in one system, portable, on the go. No more do you have 2 or 3 filters to just reduce sodium fluoride. You have a system that cuts out the sodium fluoride and up to 95% of hydrofluorosilicic acid. Advanced manufacturing technology combines silver-impregnated white ceramic with new Aquamedics advanced media for removal of fluoride and other heavy metals, all in one filter element. It is the only one that does it, and out of the gate, we have it discounted at 10% off with promo code WATER. This is the only system that in one unit helps reduce or remove pesticides, herbicides, chloramines, ammonia, and chlorine, hydrofluorosilicic acid, the most common form of fluoride not covered by other fluoride filter brands, and sodium hexafluorosilicate. Get your Pro Pure with the new Pro One filters today at InfoWarsStore.com or by calling 888-253-3139. The facts are in. The studies are legion. Sodium fluoride and other toxic members of the fluoride family are devastating the health and cognitive ability of the American people. So why are the social engineers adding it to the water? Simple. Dumb down the host population that the parasitic technocracy is feeding on. We may not have been able to get fluoride out of the water supply yet, but we can help to get it out of our bodies. I am extremely excited to announce the exclusive InfoWars Life Fluoride Shield formulation, fusing 6 of the best documented ingredients from around the world to help the body remove not just toxic fluoride residues from the body, but a whole host of toxic substances. Let's take a stand against the globalists by blocking their poisons with Fluoride Shield. I use Fluoride Shield every day. Secure your Fluoride Shield and other pioneering formulations at InfoWarsLife.com today. Let's start cleansing our bodies now and support the InfoWar at the same time. That's InfoWarsLife.com. Alex Jones here to tell you about how you can help spread liberty worldwide while also enjoying what I have found to be the best tasting 100% organic coffee on the planet. For more than a decade, my favorite coffee has come from the high mountains of southern Mexico, where the Chiapas farmers grow their unique shade-grown Arabica beans. We have now managed to secure these sought-after beans in a highly customized blend. Discover and try a bag of the Patriot Blend 100% organic coffee at InfoWarsLife.com. This coffee gives you a long, smooth pick-me-up for hours without the headaches and heartburn that so many other coffees give me personally. Hands down, this is my favorite coffee, and it's taken us years to secure connections directly to the Chiapas Mexican farmers. Drop by the site today, order a bag or 2, and I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Available in original or with our Immune Support Infusion Blend. You will be supporting a free press, all the while enjoying a truly great-tasting cup of my favorite coffee. Available at InfoWarsLife.com.
Live from Austin, Texas, broadcasting worldwide, it's Alex Jones.
I'm a fire starter. You're a fire starter. Monday through Friday, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central. We're here. And then you've got, of course, the Sunday transmission, 4 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time as well. The news websites are Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com, and PrisonPlanet.tv. There is so much news going on. We've got former Congressman Bob Barr back on because I wanted to pick his brain about all the new scandals coming out and his move that got demonized in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution and on CNN and on MSNBC on this broadcast 2 weeks ago, saying he will move to impeach Obama if he's reelected to the Congress, from the district outside Atlanta, just, I guess, northwest of Atlanta, going into Atlanta. And he is about 30 points ahead of all his competition right now in an uncontested race with the Democrats. So barring them killing him or setting him up, he's going to get back in. And people go, well, hey, Bob Barr was in Congress for a long time. What's the big deal? His time has now come. I can look at Rand Paul, I can look at Ted Cruz and their leadership that's absolutely delightful and buoying and heartening. And then I look at somebody like Bob Barr, it's just going to be incredible. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And I see this as more major players in the fight for true libertarian constitutional ideas. We can beat the globalists. They're not invincible, folks. We have to first understand we have the moral high ground. We have the history. We have the Americana. We have the way out of all the problems. The only problem is it will create so much prosperity that America will become so rich again that we'll become decadent slobs and become enslaved again. But we're kind of in that flux point right now. 4% of the world's population, half the world's wealth until the 1990s, and then they've drained about half that off now. We had the biggest middle class. In fact, the U.S. middle class, by some metrics, you can look this up, was bigger than all other middle classes combined. Now, until about the 1950s, Argentina had the biggest per capita middle class in the world. And there was a saying called, he's as rich as an Argentine. They got a corrupt kleptocratic government, devalued the currency, shut up combines, monopolies. Argentina is a literal hell pit. I've talked to friends and family that have been there recently. Countryside, it's a beautiful country. Major cities, hell pit. And you can see this online, the photos and videos, good-looking families. These are not drunks or mentally ill people living in doorways all over the place. People that were formerly doctors, lawyers, you name it. They have taken a country just like America was and literally run it into the ground. Argentina had more money in 1900 per capita than the United States did in the 50s. And they have wrecked it. Absolutely, completely wrecked it. And that's a big bummer. There's not many places to go. I wish there were a bunch of free, rich countries. I love America, but man, if it falls, I want somewhere to go. And there isn't, except for Switzerland and a few Northern European countries, maybe Iceland. And it really bums me out to see this happening, to say the least, obviously. And so the gatekeepers, they want to sit there while they kleptocratically divide and conquer and subdivide and strip mine like a corporate takeover and sell off of our country. That's what's happened in Greece. That's what's happening here now. They're announcing in The Economist, it's literally published by the Rothschilds, controlled press, that, oh, we're going to sell off all the infrastructure, all the public land, but not sell it off. They're going to give it to the big banks going, oh, because, see, they sign us onto their debt and then turn it around and go, oh, we're in debt, but the big banks are going to emergency reorganize things, and now we're going to hand over all our infrastructure. I'm all for taking public lands, not so much the national parks. You keep those pristine, need a mix of things. But the 80% of the West, roughly, that's federal land, and opening it up to be literally given to people. How about you give veterans 1,000 acres? They've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of acres. How about you give veterans 1,000 acres tax-free for life? How about you give have a lottery program for people that have done good deeds that get nominated in every town and city to get state and federal land? Literally, folks, in most states, 60, 70, 80, 90% of the land is state or federal, and a mix of those. Some states are 96% state or federal. So you want to have privatization? Go west, young man. Haven't you been told? California's full of whiskey, women, and gold. That's what made this country great. That's why my ancestors came into Texas on both sides in 1829. Actually, one of them before that, William Ayers, David Ayers, and others. And when they came into Texas, and the Joneses and the Johnsons and the Browns came into Texas, all the same areas Texas where Texas was started, they came here and became Mexican citizens to get land at 3 cents an acre. And that's what it's